Make Salt Lake, we're a maker's space, which is basically a shared shop. We work a lot like a gym membership, so there are monthly dues, and it gives you 24/7 access to all of our different shops. And we have a wood shop, we've got metal and welding, we've got a machine shop with metal lathes and metal CNCs, laser cutters, 3D printers. We've got a Textiles Lab that's new and up and running here. You get access to all that, and you can come and work on basically whatever you want. It's been an entity for about 7 years, and it was really started by a group of about 7 or 8 friends who wanted to do woodworking as a hobby, and it was too expensive to each rent their own spaces, and so they sort of got together and said, hey, what if we shared rent and just all sort of got our tools together and kept them in the same shop and shared each other's equipment. And it just grew from there. They got more and more people, and they started to expand out from just woodworking into other things like electronics and circuit boards and stuff like that, and people got more and more excited. And then they formed the nonprofit that is today Make Salt Lake, and we've grown from that 7 or 8 members to over 200 that we have today. I joined up when I first got here, and because I just wanted a wood shop. And I got here, I was like, oh my God, there's so much more than just a wood shop here. So we've got everything that you need in here to do milling. We've got table saw, joiner, planer, bandsaw, and all of it is pretty industrial equipment, so a lot better than you'd be able to get at your typical homeowner shop or like in your garage. A lot of this is really professional level stuff. We've got circular saws and sanders and drills and all that kind of stuff, anything you need to do a woodworking project. And then we've got a few specialty pieces of equipment. We've got a couple of lathes for turning wood, stuff like that. And we've got a bunch of hand tools as well. So saws, chisels, that sort of stuff if you're into more traditional woodworking. Yeah, so we have people that work on everything from little cutting boards and stuff for Christmas gifts, all the way up to people who run small businesses like cabinet shops, custom furniture and stuff out of here. So this is our machine shop, and as you'll see as we go into each of these shops, each one is constantly under some form of renovation. We're always increasing the number of tools we have, rethinking how we structure the space. It started out with this metal mill here. This is a manual mill, so you adjust it by hand. And it has a super accurate readout that gets you up to like thousandths of an inch, so you can do really precise metalworking. We've got a couple of members who are really dedicated to keeping this place running, particularly this shop. And so we got the carts and all the various little end mills and calipers and all the little things you need to keep it running, and it's just grown from there. Our most recent acquisition was this Tormach Metal Cnc. So this is a CNC driven, which means computer numeric controlled mill. So essentially that means it runs off of a computer. You get to design something in a program like Illustrator or SketchUp, design it very carefully with all the edges, any holes you want drilled, different depths, that sort of stuff. Plug it in here, and this thing will just follow your design and cut out exactly what you need. So if you need very precise brackets or something that's you make multiple copies of the exact same thing over and over again, you can design it once, hit print, and this thing will cut it out over and over again as you put different pieces of material in there. 3D printing is probably one of the newer abilities that we have here. We've had it at Make Salt Lake for quite a while, but it's sort of a relatively new technology. What's cool about these two 3D printers is we had two what were called Robo 3D printers. They were sort of hobbyist printers. They gave good prints, but not super high quality. Some of our members came to us and said, these printers are great, but they're not giving us the quality prints that we want. And so one of our members, Thomas actually, who was in here a minute ago, came to us and said, if you give me those two printers, I'll rip them apart, I'll pull all the useful components out of there, you guys give me a budget, and I'll build you 2 printers that are sort of up to quality that we're looking for. And so he built us these 2 printers. So this is our print studio. This is one that we work on in conjunction with the Utah Arts Alliance. And so we just have, a few printers. We've got some high quality photo printers that'll do up to 11 by 17. prints, button makers, laminators, spiral binders, a laser printer, do high quality photo prints if that's what you want to do, or you can just print out some signs or flyers or something like that. Behind you here we have a large format printer. This is prints up to 24 inches wide off of a roll, so a big poster printer. We use it for some of the signage around the space, and again, members are welcome to use it and print off sort of whatever they need. Our newest shop, this is our Textiles Lab. And so this place is brand new setup. We just started renting it at the beginning of this month and moved all this stuff in here. But we've got a ton of sewing machines. We've got a new serger and an embroidery machine over here. And as you can see, several stations set up to be able to use all that equipment. We've got, these are t-shirt presses that were donated to us by Cricut, which is a local Utah company. So t-shirt presses, and we've got several Cricut cutters. I call them vinyl cutters, but really they can cut just about anything up to a certain thickness. So they are also CNC driven, meaning again, you can design a pattern on the computer and have it printed out or cut it out. So I've made stickers, bumper stickers, vinyl stickers, stuff like that. You can have it do heat press vinyl, so that then you use the t-shirt press and you can press on t-shirts and make your own t-shirts. And a leather bench. This was kind of a cool station. The reason this one exists is basically due to one member. We have one member who owns a bunch of this equipment, has used it himself, but decided it would be put to better use here at the space. And so he basically said, you know, I'll put all this stuff on loan to you and I'll sort of caretake this area. And we asked him how he wanted it organized, and he helped design this whole thing. And then a couple of woodworkers just busted it out one day, put it all together. And so we get to kind of keep all this stuff organized here. So if you want to join up, one of the best ways is come down here. Wednesday nights from 7 to 9 p.m. is our open house. The doors will be unlocked. You can come get a tour like I just gave, ask questions and see what you want to maybe be involved in. And you can get signed up and everything right there in person. If you want to if that doesn't work for you, or you want to get signed up ahead of time, you can go to makesaltlake.org and hit the join now button. Get all signed up, and then we do ask that you come in and go through some stuff with us anyway. We'll sort of show you around and make sure that you can take full advantage of all the stuff that we've got here.